everyone. I wanted to show you a town in where I live in Delaware called Old Newcastle. It's a really old town with really old houses around. And this is a cobblestone street. And this is one of my favorite cemeteries that I go to. It's a very old cemetery. It's called the Emmanuel Episcopal Church on the Green. Established in 1689. So I'm going to ask you guys a historical question. What town is older? Old Newcastle, Delaware, or Florida, Augustine? The town of Augustine, Florida. Which one is older? Leave me a comment below and tell me which one you think is older. Memory of Martha Jane, daughter. This is 1827. Elizabeth Smith, 1827. Hello, spirits. I mean no disrespect. I'm just coming in to pay my respects to you. This is the beautiful clock and church steeple. That's one of my favorites. I always take pictures of this church because it's one of my favorites. Let's see, in memory of John Stoop. I think that's 1771 or 1774 maybe. I'm not really sure. Let's see, 1818. I'm not a very good camera person, so just bear with me. I tried to take pictures of when the Calamar nickel came up and was sitting up at the river, because over on the other side of these houses is the well, I guess it's, Hun, what is that? Is Battery Park, is that salt water there, or is that brackish? So it's a mixture of salt and, so it's like fresh water mixed with salt water. It connects, there's like, you'll see the Delaware Memorial Bridge, and you'll see like New Jersey and where Delaware connects. This is Mary Ross from 1734, it looks like. Am I reading that right? Hold on, let me get my glasses. Can't see. I think that says 1734. I could be wrong. That's before America was America. Love these cross stones. They've always been my favorite. I can't really see. It's just so faded. I can't see the date. Mary Eves, born November 19th, 1724, died January 4th, 1768. March 18th, 1800, 1818. Got an Irish cross there. Receiving vault, so that must be where the coffins go down. There's those old little shoe things that you can wipe your shoes off before you go into the church doors. There's another Irish cross there, another Irishman. Let's see if I can see. I can't see it. me squeeze through here. Just squeezing through. Sally Lamar Munson, 1848 to 1942. And Peter Baldy, hello, I mean no disrespect, Lightner. 1888 to 1884. Caroline W. Lightner, 1854 to 1938. Aw, in his service. I love these crosses. I have one on my altar. Got some that have broken. This one's from 1772. There's another Irish cross. Beautiful. See the building. I'm trying to show you the building. I can. Oh, that's a beautiful grave, Amanda Hewlett. Amanda Hewlett. Age 25 years old. That one has a big cow on it. It's a really old cemetery. I love the cows or the bulls, two little bulls. $18.55. You can see how old it is and just how beautiful it is here, guys. All right, I'm going to take you over to a garden next, show you that, and then show you the water. Maybe I'll do a few tarot readings on the water, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm having issues with my audio. So that was the Emmanuel Protestant Church and Episcopal Church. Okay, now I'm going to take you to the George Reed house. This is the back part of the house. So I have taken tours inside this house, and it is absolutely beautiful. What I loved the most were these windows that they had. They had windows that looked out over across the river. The gardens are always beautiful. So towards the back part of the house, the very back of the gardens now, they're really not keeping them up, but the side gardens they are keeping up. I guess maybe it costs, I don't know, like a lot of money to maintain these gardens, or maybe they're redoing them, I'm not sure, but I am coming in at the end of the season. I do have to consider that. So, you know, some stuff has already bloomed, but I'm going to take you to the side gardens. But right now I'm going to show you basically, you know, the water and the front of this house. So this house is now a museum. It was donated by the last family that owned it. That's the entrance to the museum when you come here. And that's where you would check in. They leave these gates open after the museum closes so we can have access to the gardens at all hours. Really, I think it might shut down when it's dark, but it's usually open. At one point, this family owned the open field here on the other side. Because if you can look, it's called, this main street is called the Strand, where the George Reed house is located. You can see, you know, this was all cobblestone, and it had the original gutters. You can see, you know, the old-timey, so you can wipe your muddy boots off, because, you know, everything was horse and buggy around here, and people would have muddy boots. So you'll see a lot of houses still have those things where you can wipe your shoes off. Now, from what I understand, I think it was the last family that owned it. They had tennis courts here on this lawn. So they owned the gardens in the back. They owned the gardens in the back there, on the side of the house, and in the back, you can see that at the top of the house has that widow's walk. I mean, it's just a beautiful house. This is one of the bedrooms in there. Now, you know, when you take the tour, they had murals everywhere. When you take the tour, they don't tell you that it's haunted because, well, you know, during the day, you bring in your children. Like, I brought my children to this museum. All my kids saw the inside of the George Reed house. So it was owned by the last family that owned it. So like I said, I think George Reed, he was a statesman in Delaware. I'm not sure if Reed is on the Declaration of Independence. I'd have to double check that. But so after George Reed Sr. passed away, it passed down to his son. And then it went to another family. I think they were called Cooper. I'm not sure. They're Cooper. And then it passed on to Philip and Lydia Laird. I believe I'm pronouncing their name right. If I'm messing any of this up, just bear with me. I know a lot about history, but my own state, like, sometimes I just get it kind of mixed up. But, the whole backyard used to look like this. It was just packed full with flowers and little pathways. But now it just seems like they're just maintaining the side yard. There used to be a building back here that was separate from the George Reed house that was part of their kitchen. And they, archaeologists have come in here and dug up this garden a few times. They found all kinds of pieces of china, jewelry. It burnt down. So when I was inside the George Reed house, I would say that I did feel nothing sinister. The only time I ever felt anything really sinister in Old Newcastle was at the Amstel house. I did have a haunted experience over at the Amstel house. There's a little bee. Hello, little bee. Hello, little bee. I love bees. They are my absolute favorite. That was the only time I ever felt anything negative. I'm not going to follow my husband because then I'm just like recording his butt the whole time. So I'm just going to go over this way so you guys can see just how pretty these gardens are. I really wish I thought to bring you. Blah, 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 blah. I really wish that I could have brought you guys here in the middle of summer. I mean, it's just the fragrance, the everything is in bloom. And it's really alive. We're coming in at the end where things have already bloomed and are now, in their process of Scorpio phase. They're, they've blossomed and now they're passing away and they're coming back. You're going through a transition, coming back, even better next year. So maybe I'll remember to come up here in the middle of summer the next time and really hopefully I'll have a better camera equipment and really can zoom in on some of these flowers for you and just how active the garden is. It's really beautiful. Okay, just one more last shot at the side gardens and the back part of this beautiful house. All right, okay, so now we're going to go up the street here. To Packet Alley. You can see these old houses here, how beautiful they are. And so these are actually part of, some of them were, houses, but I believe that this was part of a factory. And they called this Packet Alley because carriages would come through here, horse and buggies, right? And I see a fox or something down there. Little fox is sitting out there looking at the water. Huh. So here's Packet Alley. Packet boats from Philadelphia met stagecoaches here for Frenchtown, Maryland. Chief line of communication from north to Baltimore and south. Andrew Jackson, David Crockett, Daniel Webster, Henry Clay, Lord Ashburton, Sam Houston, Louis Napoleon, Stonewall Jackson. Indians led by, I can't say that word, Osceola and Black Hawk en route to visit Great Father in Washington all passed this way. So it's a very historical landmark. Sorry if I didn't read that very well, but so this is the alley that they would, the ships would park and come up. And here, I'm going to back up, you can actually see, I don't know if you guys remember the old soap. I think they still make it, Ivory Snow. So here is Ivory Snow, the laundry soap, cleanest and nicest, it says. I can't read the rest. Cleanest and gneisses, the ivory snow. And this is where they would pack it up. You can kind of see the old place where they would hang things there and load up the carts. So it's part of an old factory here, and the sign is still here. After all these years, you can still see the sign. All right, so I'm gonna keep taking you down. This is called the Strand, this main road here. You can still see the old gutters, cobblestone streets. And I'll take you to where William Penn landed in Delaware and basically bought this land from the Lenape Indians. Okay, I'm gonna turn off and come back on. This old house here. So here's another old house. There's a like back porch. I mean, all these houses are really old on the Strand. This one's for sale. This one says it's for sale. Oh my God, I would love to live here. Would just love to live here. And this would be your view, is the water in the back.
You want to go in the backyard?
No, because it's not.
No, what?
It's not, we don't. Water comes right up to their backyard.
Does it come up that high?
Yeah, it comes right up.
During a hurricane?
I don't remember Newcastle flooding too much. So, this is basically where William Penn came in. I believe he stayed on one of these houses here. William Penn, I think he was given money from Charles. Okay, I said Philadelphia, I meant Pennsylvania. But William Penn purchased because King Charles owed his father a large debt. And this would be King Charles II, and he commissioned him, basically paid him back the debt. And he was able to purchase Delaware, parts of New Jersey. He didn't purchase all of New Jersey, but he did purchase parts of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, and I believe that he wanted to make a deal with the Duke of York, and he wanted to buy Maryland as well from Lord Baltimore, but I'm not exactly 100% sure of the history there, but he did not purchase Maryland. He did not purchase all of New Jersey, just parts of New Jersey. And he, I believe, did receive help from New York, from the Duke of York, who owned New York at that time. So he established Delaware, basically, and Pennsylvania, mostly. And here is his plaque. Here is the landing place of William Penn. Near here, October 27th, 1682, William Penn first stepped on American soil. He proceeded to the fort and performed livery of Sassine. I don't know. He took the key thereof. We did deliver unto him one turf with a twig. Upon it a porringer with river, water, and soil, and part of all. So it's when he purchased the land. And I believe he purchased the land from the Lenape Indians. And over there you can see all the water. And here you can see the sign, the Strand, and all the old houses here. And up the road is the courthouse, and the old prison is up there too, where they used to basically hang people. You can see on the streets they still have the gallows is up there. Still see like the history of that. And these are the old, you know, when the horse and buggy would drop you off, you could step on here so you didn't get your dress dirty. A couple of them are left. And this is basically Battery Park here. You can see the water. And that little white building there was the first railroad track in Delaware. I'll take you over to see that too. It was. A lot of people come up here and hang out. My husband and I, when we were kids, we used to go crabbing up here. Crabs. But you can't do that anymore. It's illegal now for some reason. Oh, there's the Calamar nickel. Do you see it? Can you guys see the Calamar nickel out there on the water? It's a huge ship coming in. That's the Calamar nickel.
I think it's already saying.
See it?
Does that move? Is it moving?
It looks like it's moving.
Is it? Oh,
So the Calamar nickel is what, you know, brought people here to Delaware. Old, beautiful replica ship. All right, so here is the first railroad track, first train station in Delaware. There's part of the historical tracks there. Here's where they were. So it was called the Newcastle Frenchtown,
they use little tiny fucking blades like that.
I guess.
You don't need nothing really big.
Yeah, it's an old ticket booth. I'll take you over to the plaque and read it to you.
Into the water?
I guess you got dropped off here, the Newcastle Frenchtown. If you can see that sign. 1832. You could get tickets here. All aboard? All aboard. All right, I'll read this to you guys. Sorry, like I said, I'm not a very good cameraman. I'm just trying to show you with my little cell phone where I live. Newcastle and Frenchtown Railroad, built in 1832, one of the first railroads in country. Extended from this point to Frenchtown on the Elk River, important connecting link between the north and the south, absorbed by Delaware Railroad, 1856. All right, and we'll walk over to see the Calamar nickel. Coming in. Yeah, it's moving. It doesn't have its sails all the way up, but I'm really glad you guys got to see it. So over there is Delaware City. It's a very historical area too. And this was a very active port, Old Newcastle. And over there is the Delaware Memorial Bridge. It's really kind of cloudy. Feels like it's going to rain, but you can kind of see it. Hello. How are you? It's low tide, guys. You can really smell the river. I'm trying to take it so you guys can see the big, old, beautiful Calamar nickel coming in. It's just such a gorgeous ship. Beautiful ship. Maybe when it comes into port and docks, I'll get a better picture of it for you, but it should dock over here on the pier. So over there is New Jersey, guys, and that's the bridge right over there that connects it. I don't know if you can see it. Right over there's the bridge, right there's the bridge. It's a huge bridge. It connects New Jersey and Delaware. Yeah.
What's the water in the river?
I mean, it's like a bay. It's like a mixture of bay water and fresh water. There she is, the Calamar nickel. I think she was built, the original ship was built in 1629. And it's a replica of it. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know why the sails are halfway down. I mean, when the sails are up full, the ship looks humongous. I'm not really doing it justice. I know the end of this part of New Jersey, that little piece of land there, it's like a bunch of like dirt bike paths and stuff, and I think it's protected land for birds. And then follow that all the way up, and then it goes into like residential homes and stuff from Pennsville, New Jersey is over there. And then, you know, this is all Delaware here on this side. Big, beautiful, tall ship. And they came through here. There's an old Dutch house here that's built from the 1600s. I think it's one of the oldest houses here in Delaware as well. I don't know if I'll have a chance to walk over there and show you. You can feel the salt in the air. You can feel it when the wind blows. And it's my home, guys. I just wanted to share it with all of you. Oh, there's a big lantern moth on my shoe. You can still see where I cut myself. You're not supposed to be here. You're a bad bug, Mr. Lanternfly. Go away. These are actually really pretty on the bottom of them, with that beautiful red color on them. Yeah, I'm so scabbed up and cut up. I haven't shaved my legs, so don't look at my legs where the lanternfly was crawling on me. I'm healing up nicely, though. I mean, I'm just still scratched up here. It's healing really good from when I crashed my scooter. My face is healing pretty good. But my legs are still really cut up, and I was kind of afraid to shave my legs because there's too many scabs. But I'm getting better. I'm healing. Like today, I think was the first day that I didn't take a whole bunch of Tylenol and ibuprofen and Advil, you know, because I've been like alternating Tylenol and ibuprofen just to deal with the pain. I really hurt my back. My shoulders cut up, my elbows are cut up, my knees are cut up. Actually, I have a huge cut on my knee. I really had to keep it clean. I was like picking gravel out of my wounds because I got road rash. It was really bad. But yeah, I just wanted to show this to you guys because I come down here a lot. It's like one of my favorite spots, and we don't get to see the Calamar nickel all the time, you know. All right, maybe I'll come up here and do a tarot reading. That'd be nice. And we like to collect feathers and old wood through here. I always find really pretty feathers. It's so pretty to see the sun there. Water. I'm sorry, I'm not a really good camera person, guys. Just doing this all on my little tiny cell phone. Okay, so now we're going to go back into town, back away from the water. This is the restaurant, Jessup's. This is one of my favorite restaurants. We eat here a lot. It's always packed. Good food, just colonial food, old-fashioned food. It is a haunted restaurant, and I will take you into the bathroom once we sit down and get our table, because that's where there's a haunted mirror in the bathroom of Jessup's. Now, up here is, the state of Delaware in Old Newcastle played a major role in when we decided to separate from England, when we decided we no longer wanted a king. This is basically where it all started, right in this area here. So it played a very pivotal role down all of these houses, they have these little alleyways that go down to the water. They're just beautiful. This is a bed and breakfast here to the left of me, but over there you can see behind the courthouse is the prison, and then behind that building there is Arsenal on the Green, and that is where America had one of their important. I found a feather down there. One of their important buildings for holding all of our military supplies, the documentation of how much military supplies when America was getting ready to fight England, that Arsenal on the Green played a pivotal role in getting all the weapons together and maintaining all the weapons that we were going to use to basically fight for freedom for America, because we no longer wanted to be owned by a king or a dictator. I was curious about this place. This Twin Flame Tarot. That's pretty interesting. I would love to go in there and get my cards read. It's just, every time I come up here, it seems like she's closed. And then when I do come, and I don't have time. So when she's open, it's like I don't have time to go in. But when I have time to go in, she's closed. Anyway, so that's behind there is the prison, and behind that prison it's called there's a green, like an open field, and that is where the gallows once were. I mean, we do have some dark history here. We did so in between the arsenal and that prison, so that building behind next to the prison is the Arsenal on the Green, where all of our military supplies were to fight. When we decided to fight England, that's a lot of where the military supplies were held. And then that prison there, behind that prison there's an open field between those two buildings, and that's where the gallows were at. I mean, it is a haunted area. The prison is haunted. The courthouse is haunted. Like I said, nothing too sinister, but there is very active spirits here. Like I said, around Halloween, they have a ghost tour. I'm going to try to get onto it. So here is inside the Jessup's Tavern. I wanted to show you, just the old plank floors. It's very old building. I mean, really old. And there's another little part over there with another bathroom. But the bathroom that's behind me is the one that's haunted. They have these really beautiful paintings on the wall of old Newcastle and the ships that used to port here. I mean, this was a very active port at one time. This is a very active area. So this is supposedly the haunted bathroom. In here is a haunted mirror. Let's show you the haunted mirror. It's an antique mirror. I don't know why my cell phone was blurry. I could not get it to focus. I stopped the camera and then I actually tried to do it again. It still is a little blurry. Didn't really feel her at this time, but I have come in here and I have felt a woman's presence and just sadness in this room. But the mirror is so old. It's kind of like there's this frosted black layer to it. It's just a normal regular bathroom. I mean, it's just a restaurant's ladies' room bathroom, but it's the mirror that people have said that they've seen things moving, that they have seen seen the back of a woman, like you see her shoulders, and she's like, when you look in the mirror, you see that it's the back of her head, and she's wearing like a hat, like a old timey hat or whatever, So I don't know. Let me know if you see anything when you're looking at the mirror. You can see that it's frosted over. And here's me. Yep, that's me. I got to go back out and meet my husband because he's waiting for me, and I got to go eat because he's out there waiting. I don't want my food to get cold. Okay, so here's us leaving the restaurant, and this is the Calamar Nickel did go ahead and dock. It, like I showed you earlier, it docks on that pier. And they do offer rides to the public. If you ever wanted to come visit Delaware and take a ride on the boat, you can. I'm not really sure how much it is, but it is beautiful. I have been on it before. I have ridden on it. And there's a picture of the blood moon. We are getting into eclipse season, and it is the blood moon is actually starting. So enjoy this blood full moon with an eclipse. It's going to be a little chaotic, but we always come out stronger. Just admire it. It's Mother Nature. It's beautiful. Remember that Mother Moon is our original calendar. This is the blood moon, so she's telling us to hunt, because some of these animals aren't going to make it through the winter. So this is the beginning of hunting season as well. That's why it's called the blood moon. It goes all the way back to ancient times when we were hunters and gatherers, okay, when we needed to survive. The moon teaches us when to harvest, when to sow our seed. The moon is our original calendar. She is a goddess. She's very important in my faith, and I honor her and respect her very much. She helps us with our menstrual cycle, regulate that, when we are most fertile and when we are not fertile. It's all connected to the moon. So, and Venus has a lot to do with fertility as well. But the moon and Venus together is where you get fertility. So enjoy this moon. Blessings to all of you. I hope you enjoyed the little old town that I live in. I'll try to show you a couple other haunted locations here. There's just so many. Every building has a past and a history, and it's just extremely haunted. So I will show you more soon. Love all of you. Take care of one another. Blessed be. Bye-bye.